Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, wherever you are. It's almost noon for me here in breezy and cold New England, where we had a picnic on the grass a couple nights ago for dinner, and now it's like almost freezing. So, happy May. No idea what's going on. So we've got lots of cool stuff planned for today. Let's make sure everything is set up here. It's snowing. Do you mind saying where you are, Necro? I know some people that I follow on Twitter are in Boston. Northern New York, yeah. Northern New York and Boston, they're getting snow today. So, yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, Azrael. Shiny Pock, Max TV. Greetings to everyone. So, we're going to kick things off with a little giveaway. We're going to do one of these sand fountain NFTs again. I've only got about 30 of these left. So, eventually we'll run out. And I think there's only 100 of these total. So, hopefully these will increase in value nicely as time goes on. And let's see, let's start the giveaway. So this giveaway is going to keep going until we hit 100 viewers, and then I'm going to announce the winner. And at 100 viewers, we will start a giveaway for a land parcel. So be sure to share the stream on Twitter or Facebook, wherever you are, and try to get more people in, because we'll only give the land away if we get 100 viewers. And that's worth that. Once the pre-sales are done, that'll be worth $48, and has a whole bunch of cool benefits. If you've been watching, you know a lot about this. Feel free to ask in the chat if you have any questions about that. And yeah, so we're gonna let that giveaway run here. Let me get back to my notes here. I haven't had any coffee yet this morning, so I'm a little bit out of it, but we'll get there. So we're going to take a look at something new. I believe this just released on YouTube today, and this is a new trailer for a Skyworld level that was built not by me, by Tybalt Samar. He's a pretty popular voxel artist on Twitter, and he has been one of my inspirations for a long time, and he's actually one of our lead artists, if not our lead concept artist. So he put this together, and this level's pretty cool. And it shows off some cool new features in the GameMaker 0.1 that's releasing soon. So there's no audio here, but you can see he's interacting with this really vibrant world. I believe he did all of the modeling for this. He's a really great artist. And you can see that this is larger than your normal land parcel. I believe this is a 2x2, so 4 lands total, which is one of the new features in GameMaker 0.1, is you can make larger worlds. I believe it goes up to 4x4 right now. I haven't tried making one that large yet. It would take a lot of time to put that all together. And you can see here he picks up a bridge. So pickable objects don't just go into like an inventory necessarily now. You can actually pick things up and move them and place them. So you could build a bridge if you wanted. Hello, Carl. Thank you for joining us. All right. So that was just a little trailer showing some of the new interactions. And we're going to, in a little bit here, we're going to take an even more in-depth look at the GameMaker 0.1, and you'll get to see live how some of those things work. So the contest, as you know, ended, and we announced the winners this week. So we had 5 grand prize winners, and we're going to just take a quick look at that artwork. And if you want a refresher on what the prizes were, First place was a 12 by 12 land, which that's huge. That's 144 land parcels. So the things that I've been making every week, that's 144 of those. $5,000 in sand, which some people get confused. They think sand is like a Chuck E. Cheese token or something. It's based on Ethereum, so it is a cryptocurrency. You can exchange it for Ethereum. You can exchange Ethereum for cash. So that's a $5,000 prize. It is just awarded in sand. There's a whole bunch of other little cool things here, but I think most people are focusing on these two. So second place is another 12 by 12 land. Again, huge. And $2,000 in sand. Third place is a 6 by 6 estate and $1,000 in sand. Fourth place is a 3 by 3 estate and $100 in sand. Oh, that's for fourth and fifth places. And then all other entries, everybody else, I think we had 200 people enter, or at least 200 entries. Some people entered more than one thing. Each entry is getting $50 in sand for all the accepted entries that met the criteria for the contest. So a whole bunch of prizes getting awarded out there. And let's take a look at the artwork. Good question, Tort. So they don't have to be in the Creator Fund. They can be in the Creator Fund if they want. And the Creator Fund has, some rules and stuff to it. It's like it's a freelancing job. So some people might not be interested in being part of the Creator Fund, but the winners get the option to be in the Creator Fund, and they'll have to agree to the terms and stuff like that. So it's kind of like another way to enter the fund. It's like another form of applying. And is sand an ERC20 token? Can somebody in the chat help me with that? I believe it is, but there's another token with a bigger number, and I don't remember which one it is. So if you look up the Sandbox and Medium page, that gives all the details on the token. So it's either an ERC20 token or it's an ERC like 7 something. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. So grand prize winner was Caveman and Dino. And we'll take a quick look at that. When are we going to do a Sandbox Evolution live? I'm sorry, Carl. I'm not actually involved with the Sandbox Evolution at all. This is the same company. Okay. Yeah, sorry to see you go. And thank you, Art. Thank you for confirming that's an ERC20 token. So this is the grand prize winner, this cute Caveman and Dino. And he's got this really pretty little animation here with the water droplet coming down and the caveman watches it. Simple and sweet. And this one was really popular. It got, I think, 10 times the number of votes as the fifth place winner. So that was a lot of votes for that person. And that was by Nessie. Second place winner for the $2,000 prize was by Liger Zero, and it's the Mythical Saber-Tooth Tiger. Now we noticed that this one is a little bit high on the poly count. It's at 5,400 faces, and our limit is 5,000. So we'll work with the artist to kind of simplify just a little bit of the details in the back here, and that'll be pretty easy to fix. And it uses all of the template animations here, and it's just this cool glowing beast. All right, and third place winner was Zaki with the cybernetic human. I think it's codenamed Project Drac White. And this is based off of our human template, and is a very detailed cybernetic human here. And he's even got a special cannon blast attack here. So in the creator fund, we'll need to we'll flip him around, and we'll probably put him static in place so you can move him around in the game maker better. Thank you, Gorilla Jacket. yeah, there's lots of information in that Medium account. There's new articles almost every week, and just lots, like any sort of news and stuff. They announce it on Twitter, but you get a lot more detail from Medium. Fourth place winner was Voxel Gem, aka Pepe Hiller, and this was the Bone Dragon. I wasn't in charge of voting, so I'm not ashamed to say this is one of my favorites. Just a crazy amount of detail and totally custom animations. He wasn't able to use a template for this, and this was one of his first animated projects, so this is actually really impressive work for that. You get him running and flying. Lots of cool stuff going on there. And last, for fifth place, was a lot of money. He's one of our whales here in the Sandbox metaverse. And he had the, what did he call this? Watchdog 2000, which was based on our dog template. But he did a really unique thing with the head to give this holographic targeting system. So really cool. So great work from everybody there. Lots of big prizes there. We will be doing contests in the future, so stay tuned for those. Now let's move on over to the Game Maker. We're going to get that fired up. And don't forget, if you're trying to vote in the contest, I see we've got 39 people watching, and we've only got like 12 entries in the contest. So if you're trying to enter, you have to enter through the Twitch channel for the Sandbox. So go to twitch.tv/thesandboxgame. That is the only chat that you're able to enter the contest from. And let's get the Game Maker fired up here. Well, you were right, though, that Sand is ERC20. So, yeah, Sand is ERC20, Land is ERC721. That was the other. I knew it began with a 7. Assets are ERC1155. Gems are ERC20, and games are ERC1155. So I am not a crypto expert. I don't know what a lot of those contract numbers, like what the details about them are. If you read the Medium articles, they do explain a lot of that stuff. But I do recommend, if you want to discuss crypto stuff, go to our Discord server and check out the crypto channel. And there's lots of people there who know way more than I do about that stuff. And my daughter Felicity is watching. Hi, Felicity. I love you. They are taking an adventure out on the road today to drive to the bank and stay nice and quiet so I can stream for an hour. And I opened up the wrong Game Maker. So silly me. Let me exit that. This is the old 0.1 or 0.08 version. It's in here. This is the one I want. Give Unity a moment to start up there. And we're going to take a look at the Canyon, which is a new template for version 0.1, includes dozens of new assets, and is just a really beautiful land that was put together, not by me. It was put together by our internal game design team, and I just made some tweaks to it. So some of the NPCs say some stuff to you, and I streamlined things a little bit for today. All right. So Canyon demo, let's get that loaded. So there's a lot of new ways to interact with things, and we're going to show some of those. So will there be contest on the game maker, like building scenario or something? I would not be surprised. That hasn't been planned yet, mostly because the game maker hasn't been released, so nobody's working in it yet. We're not going to start a contest before people have a little bit of time to work on it. You want to test the game maker? It will be releasing soon. For landholders first. We're going to roll it out slowly. If we released it to everybody all at once, we'd have a million questions on Discord and Twitter and stuff, and it would be difficult for us to keep up with everything. So we're rolling it out slowly to landholders, so that way we can, squash more bugs, answer a lot of questions, maybe put together a real detailed FAQ, and that will help get everything settled. Okay, so let's clear out that stuff. So this is the whole level here. We'll just get a quick look at it from above. So this place is pretty huge. Lots of detail and love went into this. So yeah, as it releases out to everybody, we will keep rolling it out to more landowners, and then eventually it'll have a general release to everybody to start working on. But we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. So let's just jump right into this game. So here we are as our hero Jet, and we got a nice night's sleep here. And the frame rate on streaming is not too happy, but we'll let me see if I can adjust some settings here real quickly on my stream, just because I don't want the frame rate to be super choppy for you guys. So I might reduce the resolution a little bit. Bear with me 1 second. And yeah, I can't take credit for this level. I can't change it while I'm streaming, which makes sense. So we'll run with it for a little bit and see how it goes. And if not, I may need to pause the stream briefly to get some better settings here. And yeah, I don't think that this frame rate is going to be playable for us. So if you bear with me for just a minute, we're going to pause the stream and I will be right back. Okay, guys? All right, are we back? Let me know in the chat, guys, if you can see everything. All right, good, we're back. Okay. So frame rate's still a little choppy, but I'm outputting to a lower resolution, so hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. I apologize if anybody gets a little bit of motion sickness from the movement. I will try to move the camera nice and smoothly, and we'll see how we can go from here, okay? All right. So first thing is we've got new questions going on, and just so everybody knows that this runs at a nice 60 frames per second when I'm not streaming. So my computer's getting a little bit old, and it's just not too happy that I'm streaming and playing this at the same time. So normally it looks a lot smoother than this. So we have a new question and answer system here. So people can ask questions, you can give different answers, and when people answer those things, it will set off some sort of trigger. It doesn't have to set off a trigger, but we can have it do that. And you can see why it's running so slow. This is a very detailed world. And we can have people call things out. So best fruit here, the other guy has slimy stuff. Well, let's see what this guy has to sell. So you can see we can use up to 4 options in a menu. So we can buy different things. And we can say no thanks to that. And this guy says, don't listen to him, I have the best fruit. And I think the only difference is he has bananas. The dang bird stole the key again. So it looks like we can't progress without getting the key first. So, oh, you know what I can do? I can also probably exit out of some other stuff I got running here. So I'm going to, let's see here. Could definitely get rid of Chrome. Just trying to make things a little bit smoother for everybody. Exit out all these tabs. And we don't need that running. Okay. All right, let's see if that helps. No difference. Oh, well. Let's keep going. Well, I'll try to optimize some resolution settings and stuff for next week. Get this running a little smoother. Glowing artifact makes me feel safe. I wonder what that means. We've now got ladders here. Oh. Yeah, we are there. They are working on level of detail stuff. And I can't even get up the ladder. There we go. Okay. It was just having some issues. Restarting the PC always helps. I think we're a little too far into the stream to restart the PC. I've got too many critical things going on. All right, that runs a little bit faster when the frame rate's right. Eventually, we'll have a climbing animation, so you could go up vines, you could go up ladders, stuff like that. Looks like the bridge is out here. Got a bunch of guys up there, and oh, there's that dang bird, and that looks like a key to me. Let's see if I can cross the gap here successfully. So, oh, I picked up the key. You can see it's floating out there in front of me. And let's see if we can open the gate with it. Hey, there goes the gate. Now, whoa. I stepped in the lava and I died really fast. So you can see that these are respawn points. So if you die, you'll recover to here. And let's see if I can get across the lava without dying. This is going to make combat really exciting with the low frame rate. Hey, I made it! All right. Up some more ladders. Nice and slow. Oh, nope. Let's try that again. Oh, no. Maybe I can reduce the game resolution here. Let's see here. We're gonna restart the game. Add a smaller. Is better for you. There isn't a way yet to implement inventory UE. Yeah, that is correct. There is not an inventory UE yet. And I think, oh, I accidentally exited my subtitles, so I apologize if somebody was reading the subtitles. So we're gonna go into our Unity settings here. Oh, it doesn't look like it has them. So sometimes you can set the configuration settings for Unity to like lower the resolution and stuff. So it doesn't look like I can do that. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. I was doing a bunch of stream tests, and I didn't think to test the actual game performance while streaming, because it was working so well while I was just doing stuff in it. So let's see. Yes, you can actually place things at any angle. So they don't have to be at 90-degree angles. You can rotate anything any which way you want. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. We can't change the resolution on it yet. Okay. All right, well then we'll open it back up and we'll give it another shot. Worst case, we don't have to necessarily play through it. We can kind of glide through it, and I can show you how some of the things will work. Maybe if we get performance kind of locked in for next week, I can do the actual playthrough. So what we'll do right now is we'll just take a look at what the game content is and give you kind of a look at behind the scenes, okay? The wind outside is crazy. We're getting like 50-mile-per-hour gusts. I don't know if you guys can hear it over the mic or not, but I see the trees outside and they're going nuts. Sometimes we lose power when that happens, so hopefully I don't get totally cut off. That would really stink. If the feed suddenly just ends, just check my Twitter at KamiSawZe or the Sandbox Twitter, and I'll tweet. I guess I'll still be able to tweet from my phone if we lose power all of a sudden. We haven't had any lights flickering or anything like that, so that's a good sign. Yeah, my Twitter handle, it's KamiSawZe. Some people just call me Kami for short. It's I used to play a game called Vainglory a lot, and Saw was my favorite character, and then I would always like run into dangerous situations, so I was like a kamikaze, so it's KamiSawZe. It's a totally legit Japanese pun, according to my Japanese tutor from college. Okay, so let's just look through this, because this has nice smooth frame rate. Yeah, it can mean God. It can also mean spirit. So kamikaze is like spirit of the wind or something like that, and KamiSawZe would be spirit of the saw, because Japanese can insert English loan words whenever it wants. So if you write it correctly, it makes sense written out in Japanese, kind of. Like I said, my Japanese tutor gave me a thumbs up on it. So so we can see this is our starting point here, and as we come out, these guys have detection radiuses for yelling at us. So if we edit, let's see here. If we zoom out here, you can see the detection range. So this blue circle, we've got indicated detection ranges now. So somebody can have text appear over their head when you come within a certain range. So we've added a component. There's a bunch of different components here that you can add, like climbable, something that makes the game end and defeat. The size of this is one land, I believe. It looks like one land to me. Yeah, this would be one land. The detection range sets off when it has the avatar entity come in, and I could add other entities. So like I could add, say, this camel. If it was to wander within a certain detection range, the guy could yell at the camel or something. If we talk to him, then we activate his question tree here. So he's got the question behavior, and we can set multiple answers and then what message is broadcast when the answer gets selected. So right now we don't have anything, but we could say that some item would get added to an inventory if that gets implemented. We could have, say, like if we selected watermelon, we could make it so that way all the watermelon would disappear. Okay, same exact deal with this guy. I just changed the things that he says. And as we get up here, as we look for the key to open that gate, you can see it in the nest right here. This little purple circle is the interaction range for it being a pickable item. So, that's the broadcast range for unlocking the door. So we've got the pickable component so that you can pick it up. And then it broadcasts this message called open bazaar door. Bazaar, not bizarre. And that means that when the key is close enough to this door is listening for the message open bazaar door and will play its opening animation when the key is in range. And that's how we get through there. So we get through and we platform over these and we climb up the ladder, which is possible, just not with the frame rate issues I was having. And we get up here and we've got a couple different guys who can talk to us, and they look like they're at some sort of excavation site. So we've got some different things going on here. You've got another one of those glowing stones in the ground. And we've got some lights pointing at, there's a drop down here. Oop. So if we go down, we come back out at a different part of the canyon. We do some more platforming over, and now we've got to deal with some animated skeletons here. These guys will mess you up if you let both of them get to you at the same time, so it's good to take them on one at a time. And we can take a look at their behavior. So they've got some more boxes going on here. The blue box is I believe that's the detection range here. Oh, the chasing zone. So you can set this box to be any size you want. You know, we could say, oh, we only want them to chase so far, and we could shrink it down. They can jump up blocks if they want, so they can follow you up hills and stuff. Then we've got a walking range, which is, let's see here, not that one. The prey detection range. There we go. So it'll sense you within a certain range, and then it can chase you so far. So it could sense you from outside where it could chase. That would let you do things like monsters with projectiles or something. They could only go so far, but could still try to attack you. And then they've got their attack range, which is how far from their bodies, wherever their bodies move to, is where they'll attack. This guy will let you know that Professor June has gone inside the Dragon Cave. And that you need to find the switch up here to open the dragon mouth. So this whole thing actually opens up as a gate and lets you inside. Now we've got a punchable wall. So if you ever played Minecraft, that should be familiar territory. Each of these items has health. You can see that we've got a health of 20, health of 10. So you can punch these items and break them out of the way. and go inside. Now, if you go up to this, it'll say something like, there seems to be a missing piece. So you know that there's a puzzle here that will unlock this door. And if you look around the room, you'll see a gold cup back here. So, as you explore some more, you can see there's a switch back here that'll open the door. You get the gold cup. You pick it up, put it on there, and that'll unlock the door for you. So the way this works is it's the same as the key, but it's a two-step process. So the cup is emitting a message, is broadcasting a message that says something like unlock, and this part of the puzzle is looking for the unlock, and as soon as it gets that message, as soon as you bring that cup within range of this item, it broadcasts a message to the door to unlock it and open it. Then we can go through here. We've got some moving platforms. Moving platforms has been fixed in this version, so with the update, now when you stand on a moving platform, you move with it. You don't have to kind of walk along the top of it. Much smoother experience. And there's a lot of other ways to go through this cave. I think there's actually like 3 or 4 paths that will take you through this cave with different levels of difficulty. Some have more lava, some have moving platforms, some are really small and kind of hard to find. And actually, if you fail this jump here, you won't die. You'll just fall down, and you'll be able to come back through that path or take a different path. Then we go through the door here, and we've got Professor June. And you can see this is actually one of the other paths right here. And I think another entryway is over here. So yeah, there's 3 different ways to get in. Are ranged weapons already implemented? Not exactly. You could put together an animation and a wide enough attack range that it would look like a ranged attack, but there aren't ranged weapons like projectiles, arrows, or guns, or spears, or anything like that yet. We're planning on doing all this stuff, but we're still in 0.1 here, so we've got a long way to go. So June here actually does ask a question that makes a difference. So when you walk into the room, she says, "Thank goodness you're here. The totem must be returned to the mother dragon." So there's something going on down there. And when you talk to her, she says you must defeat the demon, and you have the option to say, "Okay, I'll go," or "No way, grab some gold and we'll make a run for it." So you can give some branching options here. So when we select one of those 2 options, if we edit the behavior, we can see, oh, we're already in that, sorry. If we go to the door here, it's waiting for the message A1, which is the first answer, "Okay, I'll go," and then it'll play its open animation and open the door, which takes us to the next area here. Do a nice little fly through. And now things start getting deeper. So we've got an elevator platform here, narrow lava path, and I guess that would be the mother dragon. We've got some skeleton warriors, but where's this totem we need to get? Well, if we look up, she did say something about slaying a demon. So we've got to get past our skeleton warriors here. Find another moving platform. That will take us up here. Then we can platform our way around. Slay the demon. And that appears to be the totem. So when we return the totem to the mother dragon, that's game victory. yeah, that's the canyon. So unfortunately, we couldn't play that today. I played it last night and everything worked fine, but streaming does take a toll on a computer. So one of these days I'll get a capture card or a better GPU, and we'll be able to play those things just fine. And I'll work with the dev team to see if we can do anything to optimize things on my end, so that way we can play through this properly next week. So let's see, are there any other cool features that we can look at? So yeah, anything can be punchable. Anything can have a health state. So actually most of the items in this game have a health state. If we wanted to, if we weren't able to get that key from the bird, we could just punch down the gate. It's only got a health of 20. Now we could set that health higher. We could make it, we can just delete the health component entirely, so it would just be invincible. We could theoretically put lava blocks on it and it would destroy it that way. You can have it have health but set it to invincible. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways of going about doing that kind of stuff. And the skeleton warriors do look pretty cool. Like I said, I'm pretty sure almost all of the artwork in this, if not all of the artwork in this, besides maybe the blocks, was by Tybalt. I know he put a lot of work into the dragon and the demon and stuff like that. So he did a lot of really great design work for this. And thank you, Schneepak. I can't take credit for assembling this level. Mostly what I did is just I gave dialogue options to the characters, and I made some tweaks to the way you progress through the level, which we didn't get to because we couldn't get up a ladder. If the lava didn't kill me so fast, I would have just run right across and skipped all of these guys. But do people have any questions about what's new in here? I can show you some of the new items, some of the new assets here. So we've got this giant spider. We've got lots of new lava things going on. Let's see. New NPCs. Basically, everything I'm looking at right now is stuff that you haven't seen in the previous games that I've made. Death Appear asks, are there plans for multiple question tiers? Probably at some point. Not yet. You could set it up so that way you could swap out assets. I believe it would be very complicated, and you would have to. I think you would have to use multiple people or multiple objects. So it wouldn't be very easy to do it right now. But that's going to be kind of an essential part of game making further down the line. So you could have a conversation continue through multiple NPCs. So the way that I showed that an object was waiting, that door was waiting for the cup to enter the puzzle, you could have an NPC waiting for you to answer another question a certain way. So you could talk to one person that would broadcast the correct message for you to talk to that other person. So you could have like a quest line where multiple people would have to be answered questions a certain way in order to complete it. Are there plans for multiple question... sorry, that's the one I just answered. Can I have NPC or pets fight with me? Yes, you can. There are new... I totally didn't mention that. There are new NPC behaviors. Let's see here. So if we look at the behaviors, you've got NPC Citizen, NPC Farmer, NPC Fighter, and NPC Healer. So NPC Citizen is the ones that we saw before that just kind of wander around. And then farmers will go around and they'll pick up things. So by default, they pick up plants. So they'll go and pick grass. There's actually one up here. This guy will wander around and pick up these little grassy bits because they're set as a plant. But you could set different things. They don't have to be a plant necessarily. You could set, trash that a guy is cleaning up, or boxes that a worker is picking up, or anything. Somebody could wander around and pick up all sorts of things. Then the fighter and healer are just one attacks and one heals. So because you have the health bar, a healer will follow you around and try to heal you, and a fighter will follow you around and fight enemies. And you can tweak those behaviors for certain things. So if we take a look at fighter, so targets to attack, ground predator, or enemy, you could set up anything there. You could say avatar, and he would try to attack you. So you could have somebody who's aggressive to everyone that comes near him. You could attack them all. You could have one that's only aggressive to you and not to your enemies. So it would be a fighter that fights on behalf of your enemies. The same thing is true for the healers. They can heal NPCs, ground prey, so they would heal things like squirrels. If they got attacked by a wolf, they would heal you as the avatar, or they could heal your enemies. So you could make enemy healers. They wouldn't heal you. They would just heal, say, the skeletons or something. So there's a lot of possibilities for interactions that way, which is really cool. Thank you, Necro. Yeah, it's a lot of fun working in this, and I just wish I could have gotten it running smoothly for gameplay for you guys. We'll try that again more this week to try to get that working and be able to play through the whole level. Is it fine if you can zoom out quickly? I just want to see how big the land is relative to the game. Sure, yeah. Well, I'll try to zoom out quickly. I can only zoom out so fast. I can do that. There we go. So there's the whole level. You can see the shadows disappear after a certain distance. Sorry, I'm still dealing with some allergies a little bit, making my throat really dry. So yeah, I believe this is one land, because it would be 96 meters across, and so that's about 10 there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, it looks about 90 to me. So yeah, you can cram a lot, and a lot of this is vertical too. So when you go to the side here, you can see how deep it is. And you can see that the caverns down here are really, really deep. This is just a void. There's nothing in here. So you can really maximize what you can do by stacking things. And how many P arcs does this comprise? Or are you asking about the parcels? This is just one parcel, if that's what you're oh, parcels, yeah. I need to keep scrolling down as I'm reading the chat. Azrael Skythe asks, is there a current way to interact trade between players? There's not multiplayer yet. That is very much planned. That's definitely something that is getting implemented. We're just not ready for that stage yet. So there's no inventories yet. There's no trading yet, but that is very much in the plan. And it's kind of integral into the way this is related to blockchain. Players can have inventories that are based on their wallets. So you could interact with in-game things using sand, using real life. I mean, it's digital currency, and you can interact with your NFTs, your non-fungible tokens. So if you could win a prize in a game, it would go into your inventory. You could do all sorts of stuff like that. The way different games implement that will probably be different. Somebody in like a racing game might not have a way to like interact with fantasy game items. The developers will be able to kind of choose the way that operates. What are plans to interact with other players? Will multiplayer be a thing? Again, I need to keep reading down first. So there could be one 1v1 or 2v2 games, the plan is that for each instance of a game, there's going to be up to 64 players. So you could do a battle royale game, and it's not like you would run one game at a time. You could run multiple instances of the game. So once a lobby fills up with 64 players and that battle royale starts, then another instance of that game could start, and you could fill up a new lobby and have both of those running simultaneously. So that's really kind of the whole point of having the metaverse and having those land parcels, because this is just a game file. Like, I could send this to somebody else and they could fire it up in the game maker and they could play it. You don't necessarily need a land parcel to, have this instance of the game running, or, to make your own. Once the game maker is released, you can make your own things. You don't have to publish it to the metaverse. But if you want those multiplayer experiences, you want to be collaborating in the metaverse experience on the whole big map with everybody else, you want those multiplayer actions going on, then that's when you really need the land. And then, yeah, they are a lot bigger than people thought. Because, you hear 96 by 96, and it's like those numbers aren't very big. But when you say it's 96 by 96 meters, that's, close to 96 yards, and then that's close to like 100 times 3 for feet. So it's like 300 feet on each side. Just quick math in the head. And yeah, you actually can do quite a lot with that. Plus the 128 vertical meters, really makes a big difference in being able to do mountains and caves and stuff. So, if any of you were here, I think, was it the first stream I did for this, maybe the second one, I did Hopper, that really tall vertical land with you go up into the clouds and stuff. Yeah, so you can definitely do a lot with one parcel of land. And yeah, hi Pepe, I don't think I saw you there earlier. Let's see, we've still got about 8 minutes, so we'll take a look at some more of these assets here. You got this awesome dragon skull here. We'll carve out a spot where we can place some of them. I'm not sure why these are up here. I don't remember putting those there. So we'll get rid of these blocks, make a nice smooth spot where we can look at some of these new assets. And yeah, you were with us from the beginning, Choina. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think editing the clouds as I went up, I'm pretty sure there was a jump I was having a hard time making, wasn't there? There we go. Yeah, that sounded familiar. So we'll take a look at some of these assets. So we can move them down into our inventory here. This part's kind of like Minecraft. You can just drag and drop stuff in. And let's see, where are some cool ones here? This one's pretty cool. Are these assets publicly available in the game maker? So I'm not 100% positive on this. I believe the ones that you see here now ship with the game maker, but I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. I haven't thought to ask that. So it is a possibility. I believe these base assets are going to be there, so you can work with them from the start. Excuse me. Let's see here. That's most of the new assets. Hey, we got these ones. People have seen these for a long time because they were in the pre-sale, but we can at least show them. So these ones were pre-sale assets, and they're limited quantity. So I don't know if people will actually be able to use these. I'm pretty sure that once you can start publishing stuff, only assets that you own you'll be able to publish with, but you might be able to experiment with assets that you don't own yet. So we've got a whole bunch of monsters going on here. So this is the golem. If you were here last week, you saw my trailer for golem go up. We've got the carnivorous plant here, and these all have different animations that they can attack, but they just show their idle when you're in the game maker. And when will the game maker come out? It's soon. I mentioned earlier that it's rolling out for landowners first, and we're not doing it for all landowners at once because I think there's like 1,000 different people who own land right now. So if we release the game maker to 1,000 people all at once when it's still in an early alpha stage, that's just like a whole ton of questions all at once that we just don't. We won't be able to answer them quickly enough to keep everybody happy. So we're going to roll it out to a small group of people first and kind of get their questions answered, be able to put together some information to help other people out, fix some bugs, roll it out to more people, and then we'll gradually show it to everybody. Got this big dragon skull, giant spider, six-legged spider. I think it had an accident. And the bone dragon here. So this is different from Pepe's one. This one was by Tybalt. So they both had the same kind of idea, and you can actually see the dragon's heart. And then we've got this wall, which is very similar to the golem in style. I think it's supposed to look like the golem. Yeah, these assets are really nice. I know that most of these are by Tybalt, but I'm not 100% positive that he did all of them. If you look, I think these are on the Sandbox marketplace if you look. So you should be able to see who made them through there. It doesn't show them here. Does it show it in the library? No. That'd be cool if it showed who made it somewhere in here. But yeah, if you look, Ex Machina did the dragon. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I knew not all of them were by. I was pretty sure that not all of them were by Tybalt, but thank you for confirming that. Or isn't Ex Machina is Tybalt, isn't it? Let me check that, because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Ex Machina is Tybalt's username. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at Ex Machina on Twitter, the username is Tybalt Samar. So you're confusing me. Ex Machina is Tybalt. So yeah, it's at Tybalt Samar on Twitter, and the actual name is Ex Machina, like the profile name. There you go. Thank you, Gundam. I was like it didn't. I was pretty sure Tybalt made the dragon, and then you said Ex Machina. I was like, yeah, that sounds right. I must have been wrong, but no, it's the same person. Stop messing with me. Yeah, so these buildings are great. There are actually some videos on YouTube. I don't have a link handy right now. If you look at the Sandbox YouTube, I think it's just the Sandbox game on YouTube. There were some recent videos that actually demo putting together some of these buildings. And you've got a nice little sit-down area for eating. And let's see, the bones. So I got some dragon skeleton stuff going on. So yeah, we are at noon. So that's our time. So we are going to exit out of that and we're going to pick a winner for the contest. Stream giveaway. We got 20 entries, so we didn't quite hit our 100 goal, but you know, we'll keep working on that. Hopefully, once things are running smoother too, we'll be able to do that. So we're gonna stop the giveaway, and Shinipak, did I say that right? Shneepak is the winner. So I will direct message you after I end the stream here, and you'll be awarded a sand fountain NFT that you could put on your land or in your game, or you can trade it or do whatever you want with it. Enjoy it, however. And like I said, I have about 30 of these left, so we're just gonna keep giving them away each stream for a while. Do this once a week. We'll get through most of the summer powered by sand fountains. And yeah, anytime that we hit over 100 viewers, we'll do that giveaway immediately, and we'll upgrade to a land giveaway. So that's a much more exciting prize that I hope people get to enjoy. So be sure to share the stream after I fix my frame rate issues. And any last bits of news? Coming up soon, there is going to be a demonstration, a presentation of the Game Maker. So this will be public for anyone who wants to join in. It hasn't been announced the day yet, I don't believe. Let me double check. And it'll be a more how do I want to say it? Not scripted, but just like more official presentation of it, not me, rambling on and just showing off different things. It'll be a well put together presentation of the Game Maker update, so keep an eye out for that. Let me just check. Yeah, early June is when it's planned for, so it's not a specific day yet, but keep an eye out on Twitter for the official announcement of that. And of course, I'll mention it here when there is an official date. So sometime early June, that presentation will happen. And last thing is Next Land presale will be made official soon. So keep an eye out for that. Sometime in the upcoming weeks, we should have a date for the Next Land sale. And there's supposed to be some surprises. No idea what they're going to be. I haven't been told, but that's exciting. Lots of exciting stuff going on. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe and healthy, and try not to get buried under too much snow in May. So you have a good one.